Justice League. So for the upcoming HBO release of Zack Snyder's Justice League, I decided to review the original Justice League. The reason why Zack Snyder stepped down originally from Justice League is extremely sad story with his daughter. Don't need to get into it here. It's heart-wrenching. You hate to hear about it. But that could not have been one of the reasons why the film did not uh, receive good reviews by many critics and audience members. The film has a 40% Rotten Tomatoes tomato meter. I think studio involvement was more to blame for the film's poor performance than the lack of direction. The film seemed rushed to production by the pressure of Marvel's cinematic universe, making a boatloads of cash and being critically praised. More complications happen with reshoots and scheduling issues. The director's cut of Justice League has a lot of hype behind it. Every fan seems to think that Zack Snyder will make Justice League a great superhero film from the skeleton of the original Justice League movie, but we will see. But first, let's take a look back at the original Justice League released in 2017. So, Justice League brings together DC superheroes to fight against the villain Steppenwolf. The film stars actors Ben Affleck, Henry Cavill, Amy Adams, Gal Gadot, Ezra Miller, Jason Momoa, Ray Fisher, Jeremy Irons, and Kieran Hines. Steppenwolf is out to destroy Earth by collecting the three mother boxes to gain ultimate power. It is up to the DC heroes to team up and form the Justice League in order to stop Steppenwolf from achieving his goal. The beginning of the film starts off with the weird cell phone footage of Superman being interviewed by a kid. You immediately notice the jacked up CGI mouth and chin of Henry Cavill. The start of the film needs to get the audience invested in the film, and this is not the right choice. The beginning should have started with Batman fighting some villain, minor villain character, like him locking up with Killer Croc or Hush, someone like that, someone to tease the fans and get them excited about. But the movie needed to start off with a bang and then a little Easter egg with the villain here, right before shifting into the plot of the Justice League and the parademons coming. I do have to say though that the movie has a great intro song to go along with the credits. Everyone Knows by Sigrid was playing throughout the intro credits, the opening credits of the movie. It had kind of a James Bond 007 feel. The song set the tone nicely. The whole musical score was composed really well, actually, by Danny Elfman. Each character had their own theme when they appeared on screen. Wonder Woman has one of the best themes in superhero movie history, I think, and it was important to bring it back into this Justice League movie, following her along throughout her journey throughout all the movies of the DC extended universe. Now, the story is centered around these three mother boxes Steppenwolf has to find and put together in order to destroy and control Earth. I like the setup to this adventure story. I always like good stories of collecting certain things to achieve a goal. This is why I like Tomb Raider so much as a video game and really like playing it and watching the movies as well. Justice League managed to mess this adventure up by making it too easy to find and acquire the mother boxes. This is one part of the movie that I hope Zack Snyder improves with his director's cut. I needed to see some struggle from Steppenwolf. He did not really have any motivation behind his actions and wanting to destroy Earth. It just needed more depth to the character and more struggle to find those mother boxes for me to get invested into this original film that I hope Zack Snyder improves on with his director's cut. Another aspect I hope Zack Snyder improves is the character depth. Each character's tone was not previously set like in Marvel movies, so much more was needed in this film for us to relate to the characters. I want a backstory for each superhero. When this film came out, we only had a standalone Superman and Wonder Woman origin story. This film will improve with time once the superheroes get their own film, and I go back and watch this Justice League film again after seeing those origin stories, I believe. I know the second time watching the movie here, I connected more with Aquaman, having seen his movie after this movie originally got released. So let's take a look at each character. Superman was built up nicely going into this movie. Everyone was excited to see Henry Cavill back as a character. Man of Steel did a great job of letting us know who Clark Kent is as Superman. The biggest thing that stands out in Justice League is the chin and the mouth of him, though, just from the CGI that looks horrendous. It is all I can focus on when he is on screen. Maybe if I do not know he had a mustache at the time, I would have not noticed this, but it's just hard to miss in my opinion. But props to Paramount and Mission Impossible for telling DC he couldn't shave, and what a bold power move that was by them. With time, this bad CGI will hopefully be fixed with Zack Snyder's Justice League. Just more time will help make it better and improve it, and hopefully not as distracting as it is in this movie. This movie also teased the black Superman suit, but did not deliver on this. Superman should have been put in the black suit for at least one scene. Frustrated me a lot to not have this. Just a little Easter egg that could have been easily included. And I'm sure Zack Snyder included one scene of Superman in the suit for his new Justice League movie, hopefully. A character that was not a letdown in Justice League, just like Superman, was Wonder Woman. She was powerful with a good arc of becoming a team leader. I really liked that she got to use the lasso of truth. This ability she possesses should be used more. In Wonder Woman 1984 that just came out, I think the lasso was not even used at all or just briefly and not in the correct way. Justice League showed the full power of the lasso and why it's important to the Wonder Woman character, and I like seeing that in the movie. Now, the main character of Justice League has to be Batman. He's the leader of the league and the main reason why they formed together. Ben Affleck is really great as both Batman and Bruce Wayne. I really hope that we get a Ben Affleck standalone movie someday. Zack Snyder did a great job of creating a Gotham City around Batman. The city is dark and gritty, and you only get that peek into how good of a detective Batman is in the film. Batman is hunting these parademons and searching for where they are coming from. The dark tone is established with Batman and in the film, while also having lighthearted moments at the right time. I especially like the line he gives to Flash about his superpowers being extremely rich. You can tell he's rich by the Mercedes Benz product placement car, too. The Flash is definitely the comic relief of this film. He is there to make jokes and show how inexperienced he is compared to the other heroes. Not all his jokes in the film work, but I like the attempt to make these films not as dark and depressing as they used to be. The Flash just got his superpowers in the film. We get to see that growing stage of him becoming a superhero, and Batman gives him one task, which is to save just one person. Take small steps to becoming a hero. It is nice to see this growth throughout the movie, which is why there is a foreign family in the with no backstory at the end of the film that a lot of people had problems with, but I kind of got why they put it in there because of this growth. Barry needed to save them and become a superhero. Flash and Cyborg are the new additions to the team, and there is an attempt in the film to make them friends with a few scenes, more scenes of them working together as a team and connecting should have been included, I think. And I think Zack Snyder is going to do that in the director's cut. Not much information is spent on Cyborg though at all in this movie, but he really needs a solo film to develop him more and before Justice League to make me care about his character. I think a cool Frankenstein-like movie could have been made with Cyborg before this Justice League movie came out, or even after now. Jason Momoa though really makes Aquaman shine. He just commands the scenes and takes away all the scenes from the Flash and Cyborg that they might have with his coolness and badassery. He is definitely the outcast of the team. His badass presence is taken to the max by the White Stripes song "Icky Thump" in the movie too. Aquaman is taken very seriously in the movie by the audience and the creators. So much time was spent on making the water CGI look incredible around him. The special effects team had a gigantic undertaking with this film. but not enough focus was put on Henry Cavill's face, as I mentioned earlier, but maybe he could not have been fixed anyways. But we see how well the CGI can be done with this water, and the water effects are just incredible. The hair waving in the water is great with millions of different little small particles. In the ocean, you see floating around by the characters. So much time was put into this CGI of the water effect, and the look of the water and characters are incredible underneath the water. The CGI was really all over the place for this film, from great to bad. Steppenwolf was all CGI'd. Although I did not have a problem with this CGI, I think using the actual actor's face in the role would have been better. The CGI of Steppenwolf was not a problem for me, but the character was. It seemed like a side character in a video game with no backstory. He was just super strong guy, maybe too strong, just wanting to punch people and destroy the world. I would like to see Wonder Woman injure him at least once in the beginning, just to know that this team can come together and take him down. He was just built up so powerfully, and you get the sense that he's immortal and can't be defeated without the mother boxes, and that the mother boxes just make him gods and just not intriguing character. I know Steppenwolf gets compared to Thanos a lot because these movies kind of incorporated the Avengers and Justice League, the main teams of the two comic book companies. But we saw a struggle in Thanos and almost lose a gauntlet in Infinity War to Iron Man's team. We needed a scene like this in Justice League with Steppenwolf almost losing before he collected all the mother boxes. Just an extra scene would have shown the team coming together as one. We need building blocks that led up to the final battle to put more weight and suspense in the final battle with the end of the movie. But this movie is all about hope and believing. We hope that Justice League can defeat Steppenwolf and win. The movie never gives us that until the end. I would like to have wanted to see little bits and pieces of hope throughout the movie. I never thought Steppenwolf would win and succeed with his plan, so he had nothing to hope for. I already knew everything was going to be fine in the end. It's just that if you make someone so powerful, no weaknesses, you know they get defeated in the end. But if you make them vulnerable sometimes, you're like, if they overcome that, then they're gonna be unpowerful, unstoppable, and take over the world. And that was never with Steppenwolf. Now, just some little things I liked about the movie, some extra stuff, some spoilers are here too. So if you haven't seen Justice League yet, just turn it off now. It's fine. Um, I really like seeing the cameo of the Green Lanterns Corps. It was awesome to see at the beginning fight. I wish they'd had returned at the end of the movie to help a little bit. This would have been another cameo that got me excited and got me wanting to see a Green Lantern movie again after the Ryan Reynolds movie flopped. And then there's Deathstroke at the end. That cameo came out of nowhere, in my opinion, and it was great to see. I did not think they were going to introduce him in this movie franchise, and having Joe Manganiello play him is perfect casting, I think. I just do not think he will get used anymore with all the problems this franchise has had in the years after the Justice League release, which is a shame. The two post-credit scenes were great. I loved the tease of the Flash and Superman race, and both teases were incredible and were made you wanting more, which is what good movies should do. And they were even better than some of the Marvel end credit scenes recently as well. Well, thank you for watching this review. I give Justice League a 65 out of 100. I originally gave it a 2 out of 5 stars when I first watched it in theaters. I enjoy it a bit now. I'm gonna revise that score to 2.5 stars. Sorry for this long review though. Just recapping Justice League here. If you have any comments, please leave them below of what you think of the Justice League. Are you excited for the director's cut? Make sure to like this video as well and subscribe. And then check back here tomorrow for my review of Zack Snyder's Justice League.